Greetings from the Philippines. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a cinematic vlog with the DJI Action 6 that I'm filming on right now. I will be sharing with you useful tips on how to use this camera to create engaging videos. I'll also be filming this entire video on the Action 6, and right now we booked an island hopping tour, so we're definitely going to get into the water, and the Action 6 is great for such activities. I'm going to bring you guys along. I hope you enjoyed the journey. Let's get right into it. When doing water activities, it's best to just rely on the internal mic. You don't want your wireless mic to get wet. So this is how it sounds like using the external mic, and if you're close enough to the camera, it actually sounds pretty good. Now you can see we're kayaking. Super nice here in Coron. The weather is great. She's doing all the work. Now what's really cool about this selfie stick that I'm using is that I can extend the pole and get an ultra wide angle view. So the next thing I want to talk about is camera settings. I make sure the camera settings are set to Pro. In the exposure settings, I select manual. I set the ISO range from 100 to 256,000. This way I don't have to think about adjusting the exposure, and especially when vlogging on the go, setting it in auto will adjust the exposure for you. The exposure value I set to -0.3. This way I can protect the highlights a bit more. As for the shutter speed, I set it to 1/100. Now the reason why I don't set it to 1/50 when recording in 25 frames per second is this way you get less jitter in your videos, as the Action 6 relies on internal stabilization. So with 1/100 you still get some motion blur while keeping your shots steady. As for the white balance, I set it to auto. The Action 6 has a white balance sensor at the front which helps detect the correct white balance. As for the picture profile, I record everything in D-Log-M 10-bit. This gives me more dynamic range and also makes the image look less processed. It also gives me more flexibility when color grading later on. DJI also has a conversion LUT that you can easily apply to your videos. As for the aperture, I set it to f4. This will keep everything in focus. And I'm also using an ND filter from SmallRig. This is the ND16, which helps me achieve motion blur in my shot. As for the texture, I set it to -2 and the noise reduction to -2 as well, as this also helps make the image look more natural. The resolution is set to 4K, and the frame rate I set to 25 for talking head videos or to 50 frames per second if I need slow motion. The stabilization is set to horizon balancing, and the field of view, you only have one option, standard D-Warp, and this gives me a natural looking image while still keeping a wide field of view. And what horizon balancing does is it corrects the horizon 45 degree, which helps keep my vlogs straight. Now as for the mic I'm using, this is the DJI Mic Mini. You want to make sure to set the volume to -12 dB. Now when using the internal mic, I set it to stereo. Last, you want to make sure that you're recording in the highest bitrate possible. This way you can get the best quality out of your videos. Then save everything as a preset. I have one set to 4K 25 frames per second and the other to 4K 50 frames per second. This way I can switch between the two depending on the shooting scenario. After the boat tour yesterday, I've been super tired. We ate dinner and I went to bed right away. Now it's the next day. We're heading to the small town, and I'm actually using the umbrella to get some shade, and I've mounted the Action 6 using the clamp, which is super convenient. When it comes to creating travel content, you want to pack as light as possible because you don't want to be carrying a bunch of stuff with you because that can limit your creativity and also slow down the setup time. Now, one thing that speeds up the setup time is having the magnetic mounts attached to all of the accessories. This way I can switch them quickly, and I just have a small sling bag with me that I can fit everything in it. And also, by using a small sling bag, I make sure that I don't overpack. Now, I used to bring my Sony camera with me, but it just adds so much weight and I really have limited space in my luggage. Also, I'm much less likely to vlog when bringing a heavy camera with me. So that's also one big benefit when just bringing the action camera with me, is that it's just super lightweight. All right, we made it to El Nido after a 5-hour-long ferry ride. It was actually not that bad. So now we're gonna head to our resort. We don't have any plans for today. I think we're just gonna take it easy. Now, one feature I keep using all the time is the 2x zoom. Now, what's really great on the Action 6 is that I can zoom in twice without quality loss. This allows me to get a variety of shots as the Action 6 is quite limited in focal lengths. Now, when capturing those B-rolls, I actually film all of those in 25 frames per second because the stabilization on the Action 6 is so good that I don't need to slow it down unless I really want that slow motion effect in my video. Because slow motion video can help stabilize the footage, but since it's already that good, I don't really need it. How it looks like inside the cave. And you can also see how well the Action 6 performs in low light. We're at f2.6 and I've also removed the ND filter. Look how amazing this cave is.
You're right, but sit down here.
Thank you. Made it out. We're now heading to Cebu. Private jet. No. So we had a long trip yesterday. We flew from El Nido to Cebu, and then we took a taxi that drove us to Malboa. And the next day when we woke up, it started to rain. So we're pretty unlucky with the weather, but there's still a lot of things to do here. So for today, we're gonna plan to go to the Osmeña Peak. We're gonna rent a scooter. We're gonna drive up there, which takes around 1.5 hours. So we arrived at our parking spot, and right there is the entrance. That's where we're heading.
So you are a vlogger?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Is the fog going away or is it staying?
Oh yeah,
Stay.
yeah. Yesterday I had Maggie also.
Oh, okay.
Wow, what a view. Woo! Even though it was rainy and windy, the fog did disappear for a short time, but we couldn't take any epic pictures. But still, it was definitely worth the hike. Now, before we head back and grab some food, I just want to leave you with this tip. One thing you should do when you do your A-roll and talk about something is to also capture the visual. So when you talk about hiking to the top, you want to capture different B-rolls and also maybe show the challenges behind it just to make the video more engaging. Now, when creating your B-rolls, you want to make your shots as creative as possible. And by bringing along accessories, those can really help you achieve those creative shots, like the clamp that I use a lot to capture different perspectives. Rule number 1, skin protection. So this place is called White Beach, which is a beautiful beach here in Malboa. One question I get asked a lot is, why don't I use my iPhone for my travel vlogs? The biggest reason why I prefer using the Action 6 is because it has a front screen. Whereas with the iPhone, you can use the selfie camera, but the quality isn't as good as when using the main lens on the iPhone. Second is that the Action 6 is better for water activities. While the iPhone is waterproof, I don't want to use it in salt water. However, with the Action 6, I can just bring it with me and also dive, I think up to 10 meters. Using an iPhone has also its downsides for filming, and sometimes video apps can also get buggy. And it's also way quicker to start and stop recording on the Action 6, as I can just press the button and it will start recording immediately. And also the setup is super simple. I can also use the DJI Mic Mini without needing a receiver and record high quality audio. And also the stabilization is pretty insane on this camera. So yeah, these are the reasons why I prefer the Action 6 over my iPhone for vlogging. So I'm currently in Siargao and I haven't been able to create videos for 5 days because unfortunately I got sick. From Cebu, I went to Manila, and then from Manila, we went to Isabela, where my family lives. I wasn't really able to be fully present, but I did attend the party, even though I felt like shit.
I still think about you.
So when I flew back to Manila, I rested in the hotel, then we flew to Siargao. So today I'm feeling a bit better. I'll have the corned beef and a Coke. Thank you. Now back to Isabela, I was really glad that I was able to, spend some time with my family, even though I didn't feel that well. We also did some karaoke. It's been a while since I've been to the Philippines. The last time was in 2018. Yeah, it's good to be back again. We rented a scooter. We're just gonna check out some places and see what Siargao has to offer. What I really like about this scooter is that it has rails everywhere, so it makes it super easy to attach my Action 6 to get creative shots. Speaking of creative shots, because the Action 6 is so compact, you can really take advantage of its size to mount it anywhere. And one useful accessory is the clamp. I would say the clamp is really one of the most useful tools to bring along, as there are really almost no limits to where I can attach it. So like right now, I can just attach it to the front of the scooter and just talk to the camera. Yes, cold one. How much is it? 80. Okay. Look at this amazing view. Unbelievable. So after visiting the coconut plantation, we planned to check out other sightseeing spots. However, it started to rain very heavily, so we had to head back. It was about an hour ride on the scooter through the rain. And that is where the vlog ends. I really enjoyed the Philippines and will definitely come back again soon. I hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. If you want to learn more about the Action 6, be sure to check out the next video. Until next time, see you again. Salamat!